Hello everyone, thanks for tuning back in. This is James Ross here, and we're going to discuss some Tesla. So just a little comparison between the predictions I made and what actually happened. Back on the 11th of September, I predicted that the stock price after Battery Day would fall, which it did, but this was more of an educated guess. It was a bit of a gamble on my case because it could have gone the other way, but I held my cash position after selling some shares, and I've just recently bought into the 370 dip and the 400 dip, so I've ended up with more shares than prior. It could have easily gone the other way and I would have been willing to pay the premium if that was the case, but just looking at past history, typically after Battery Investor Day, it was followed by a big dump in share price. Yeah, a lot of people said it was going to go up. I kept saying it was going to go down. And in terms of what actually happened on Battery Investor Day, there was the introduction of the tabless Electrode cell, which was one of the main discussion points in one of my videos, so I got that right. In terms of the Plaid powertrain, they introduced the Model S Plaid in 2021. I got that right. In terms of the million-mile battery, I think it's more so the Osborne effect, where people would be willing to... Well, what that is typically when it comes down to technology, people hold back on buying something in the anticipation that something else will be released soon after that's much better. So I believe what Elon is doing, he's holding back from the million-mile battery just because people wouldn't buy the cars now. He was just to say that. Like, what's the point in buying the Model 3 or the Model Y? What's the point if something's a way to come out that's much better? In addition to that, the million-mile battery, it wouldn't be the case that the whole car would run for 1,000,000 miles. It would be the case that if it was to be introduced, a significant portion of the pricing would be from the battery. So if you had a 1,000,000-mile battery, once the exoskeleton of your car wore down and all the components got reduced in terms of performance, they would simply take that battery and place it into a new exoskeleton with electronics, software, etc. And so you'd be saving on a significant portion of the cost. I would use this opportunity right now in the stock market to average down as much as possible on your Tesla shares. I wouldn't be freaking out at this. I mean, even if it hits at $300 US, I wouldn't be bothered. I'd be buying more. I'm buying more and more and more and more every single day. This is a huge opportunity for any Tesla investor to average down on their position and build up more shares. Like, I made an educated guess that it would go down. I sold some shares, had a cash position, and then piled in when it got discounted. It might still go further down yet. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits the $300 US mark. I wouldn't also be surprised if it hit 450 in the next coming days. Who knows? Nobody knows. But, you know, just use this opportunity to build up the share count, because you're not going to get this opportunity in a long time. This is a huge opportunity. So don't view it as a negative. Hold on to your shares. Remember what happened back in March. People that held on to those shares and didn't panic ended up winning. They ended up scoring huge returns on their portfolios because they just held. The people that sold and panicked, they lost out on everything. They lost out on huge gains. So I would just suggest, if you've got shares, just to hold them. Average down on your positions and just keep on doing that. It's a very simple system, but it works. That's the important point. Now, if you like these videos, I'll be doing a full detailed analysis on Battery Investor Day, doing a summarization of that, in addition to a lot of other videos in regards to Elon. I've just finished reading by Ashley Vance, and it's amazing. I highly recommend other people to read it if you want to build conviction in the company. There's no doubt in my mind this company is going to be a 4 trillion company, easily. So who cares what happens in the short term? Use it as an opportunity and build up that position. In the long term, you're going to be rewarded big time. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Turn on notifications because you will see my videos popping up all the time. And yeah, have a really nice day. Don't panic and stay safe.